Hello, friends. So today is Thursday, Thankful Thursday. Guess what? Today we have something interesting, something exciting. If you have seen the videos before about the updates related to the gratitude journal, so finally the gratitude journal is here, and it is 90 days to take anybody who is going through divorce, job loss, where the feeling that we have is shame and guilt, slowly it takes you up all the way to peace, self love, joy. So there are 6 sections. It starts from anchoring your emotion, goes all the way to becoming. And this is, I pour my heart into it. I have been into the gratitude thing for a very long time. People who know me, they know me. I have done it at my work and every other place. And this is very, I don't know, it's exciting, it's emotional because this is the first of my books, book series. So this is the journal, 90-day journal. And each day, for example, I'll pick one. Here, just like this words, each day starts with a word of the day. So it's like, for example, here it's like expand, and here it's like safe, and it has a line. It talks about it's a soulful reminder. So safe, I'll read this for you. Safety isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's when your nervous system can rest and your heart can soften. First question: when did I feel emotionally or physically safe today? Number two, what contributed to that sense of safety or grounding? How can I create more of that safety within or around me? And finally, the gratitude line in that is today I felt safe, and that made everything else possible. And today's date. So, there are some guides how to use that. It takes only 5 or 10 minutes a day, and it's recommended to do it end of the day as a reflection, and that helps with all the emotions that we go through after divorce or job loss, like you feel like you are not good enough and things like that. So it's gently, slowly guides you to those emotions and the things that is happening. It kind of helps you to notice that there's still good that is going on in our life, but not in a pushy way, but very gently. So anyway, I'm very excited about that. Um, and as God would have it, so today I was actually very tired and exhausted doing a lot of things because you guys know I have the meetup group, now the YouTube and LinkedIn and website updates, all the stuff that I'm doing. So I was kind of exhausted. So I was like, today and you guys know I'm like super authentic, whatever is going on in my life. So I'm like, today I might not be able to do it with the three words. So I laid down in the afternoon a little bit. Today's video might go a little bit longer than 4 minutes, by the way. I try to keep this shorter. But anyway, so today it might be longer. Sometime I finish it. Actually, 4 minutes is for, see, I'm so tired today. 4 minutes, under 4 minutes is the Monday mindfulness. This I try under 10 minutes, the gratitude stones. So anyway, I lay down in the afternoon, so I'm like, I don't have too many subscribers. It's only close to 300. I'm like, oh, we have to show up for ourselves. And that's how like I did this journey, right? I had some goals, and it's not for pushing myself. It is because gratitude practice keeps me grounded. And if you didn't know, because this comes from so long ago, even before gratitude, people started talking about gratitude in the world. It became mainstream or whatnot. So gratitude really keeps me grounded. It helps me to notice the good. So anyway, so I was like, today I might do just a 1 or 2 minutes where I won't be using the rocks, and I was just laying down. And I was like, I would mention it on the channel and you guys would understand. And then, so this journal, it was approved the Memorial Day, which is exactly 1 year. Like it's God's, I believe in God, so divine universe, whatever you believe in, it got approved exactly on the same day, like the Memorial Day. It was my YouTube anniversary. I'm like really tired today. Anniversary. And I ordered it right away. So I was thinking not to share it with people until I saw the paper copy, until I saw the formatting is good, but Amazon did a great job. It's the formatting and everything looks great. So, oh, this is amazing because this is very emotional and very exciting at the same time because this is the first, and I have the Midlife Reinvention series, lots of books planned based on real stories and everything, like, how to get from loss to light, right? So, in my case, you guys know, if you know my story, a year and a half ago, I had big loss. I had my job. And my marriage, both I lost at the same time, same month. But from there, the walk was difficult, but I walked through it. And then, my starting was gratitude. My starting was gratitude. Happened in November and December, I don't know, I was like a zombie. Um, I did some practicing and stuff, I listened to a lot of meditation, whatnot. And January 1st, 2024, every single day I started doing gratitude practice again. And it is so emotional. That's why I kind of pause a little bit. Year and a half later, I never knew. And, I talk about this unknown can be wonderful. This is so unknown. I'm walking a completely unknown territory because, I learned a lot of things about self-help for the last 2 decades, um, because I was in 21 years of my career. Majority of that was like, influencing and leading uh, team members. So I was on the technology side, but my work involved in the management, like leadership, and I really loved it. So I was always intrigued to know about the human behavior. So I would read a lot. I probably read so much about human mind psychology more than like 4 years of college degree that I did. But again, I still learn, like even every single day, even today. I learned about something. I actually wrote it down for later. I'm going to be doing a LinkedIn article about it next week because I was so tired today. I just couldn't do it. But anyway, so as I was thinking all of that, but then when this one came, I got so excited. I got so excited. I can tell you guys, this is special. This is so special. It's like I have my daughter, 9-year-old. She'll be coming home soon after her after school. Um, this is like my baby. Oh my God. This is so cool. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm just, it is, the emotion is hard to explain. It's hard to explain. I don't think when I have my first book or second book or third book out, the emotion will be as mixed because this is really like the first of the first printed paper copy, um, the gratitude journal. And the story behind this also starts, oh, so long ago. I'll cover those in the books. Sorry about that. Okay, so now the three stones. Let's get to it. So the first one, I have no idea what the rock will have the word. Oh, what is it? Blessings. Oh my God, can it be more perfect? Can it be more perfect? Blessings. This is this is God's blessings. This is God's blessing, especially for it to be approved on the same day. For some reason, it was a couple of days late, and I actually did not know exactly when it will get approved. And because it's all on Amazon site, and I even decided to call them. But if you try to print, they don't have a phone number for customer service, and it's just you can reach out, I think, through a message. No, they didn't even directly have that. It was like, it's like a forum. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait. And then it got approved on Memorial Day. And last year, Memorial Day is when I first started my journaling, YouTube journaling, daily journaling. So I'm like, that had to be some divine connection. So, I'm so grateful for God's blessings. And if you're walking this journey, if it's difficult now, trust me, keep going, keep going. Unknown can be wonderful. It may not look like in the beginning, but you just got to show up. Keep showing up. I'll tell you, even for this gratitude practice, these videos that I make, um, I try to show up for myself, and I try to show up for you guys too, because I know that some of you are, going through challenging situations, and I hear from people that it helps. And yesterday, I actually met somebody in a meetup event and community. I was so happy to help her, and she also was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I came here. I met you," and she is walking this difficult journey, and I helped her with some suggestion. Um, yeah, it is. It is. It is blessings. Every step, every path is. It's it's divine. You just gotta believe and trust in something bigger than yourself. I think I believed in the past, but now it is totally different. Each and everything, a red light, missing a shuttle, missing something, I would not change a thing, because where I am today, I don't think I will be this version today where I feel the peace, the contentment. It won't be possible without navigating that, whatever that storm was. When people say that what doesn't kill you, that makes you strong, is that the saying? Or something like that, but it is literally that. If you can survive that storm, you know, and nobody would know what that storm is for you. I'll tell you why, because I have lost jobs several times. That's an interesting story I will cover some other time, and those are what actually made me more strong. And I was texting with somebody today about that. Um, So in my case, a year and a half ago, if I lost only my job, that wouldn't have done for me. For me, it had to be worse. I mean, it is sad to say it that way, but sometime you have to get to absolute rock bottom. So both had to happen for me to get to the absolute lowest. Because when you can't get any low in the emotional scale, only way is to go up. The only way is to go up, or everything is finished. And I knew I had to live for my daughter, so I had to go up, you know. So keep going, my friends, keep going. And if you are going through any challenging situation, whatever, you can publicly share, comment below, and you can check out my website, midlifemindfulness.co, midlifemindfulness.co. I can talk to you. I share, there's a first free call, and after that, depending on if anybody wants coaching, I would coach. And again, I don't want to sell the service, but if you even want to do a first call to get some ideas, like how to do, what to do, I'll be more than happy to help. That's what I did with the person yesterday, and she thought it was a real help. Anyway, getting back to this. Faith. Oh my God, today it's God. It's God. But first one is blessings. Second is faith. And these are, oh my God, faith. When I say faith, if you say you don't believe in God, and you are, because I know a few people who are atheists, and two. And there are people who believe in different religion. To me, it does not matter. Whatever gets you to that zone, that your faith, your belief is so strong that nothing shakes you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, trust me. So I grew up as Hindu. I'm 40 something. And after everything fell apart, I followed Buddhism for 6 months. I won't get into the detail because I have to finish this video today. It's already longer than usual. Um, and I started I will write those sometime in a book, or in some other episodes I'll cover in different, the Wisdom Wednesday, because that's where we go deep about different things. Um, this will stay focused on the gratitude, is that I could not deny that in my case, that God chose me before I chose God. So there were many experiences, and that's how I started, getting close to Christianity, and I became Christian late last year. And many people would say that I'm not a traditional Christian, and it is okay. I think, and in Christianity, you love God, and the way every person loves God can be different. And anyway, so it's that faith, because the same belief and the same unwavering faith, you have must have heard that word, right? I never had it before, so it is. I wish there was more words to explain to it. So anyway, the last one, and then we'll finish today. Strength. This is very related to strength, right? So this is what I was talking about. Let me put this down. It's heavy. Strength. You will have the strength when you have blessings of God, the universe. Number one was blessings. Number two is faith. And then the strength that you would have is unimaginable. Trust me, it is unimaginable. And that is the strength will carry you through no matter what happens. Because, you may get to this situation, which is rock bottom, but as you keep moving up, there are those phases. They will tell you the grief and sadness and anger, a lot of like the 5 different emotion, or there's probably more, but it kind of goes in cycle. And you're fully better, and then some experience, you'd smell something that would recall, that make your mind recall that prior experience. You'd hear some music or so many things that could take you right back to that grief. And then from there, you have to get to this zone where, like I talk about inner critic and the inner coach, there's just two things. There's this fear and the faith. And that strength, you will have that strength to keep going no matter what happens from here to here. You'll be able to go quickly, because life is supposed to be joyful. Life is beautiful. It's all about where we focus, right? So we have to have a formula to focus here, and each of our formulas are different based on the life we lived, right? So sometime you'll have a bigger problem, sometime you'll have a small problem, things we can control. That's a politics, religion, whatever. If something we can't control, our mind is here, and the problem could be like this much, but we could make it like an elephant in our mind. It's all in our mind, right? And that's when the inner critic is talking. Inner critic is talking here, but you don't want to listen to that. You want to focus here. This inner coach in Christianity, if you want to relate to, is like Holy Spirit. Listen to the Holy Spirit. And again, if you're not Christian, if you're Buddhist, you're Hindu, you're Muslim, you're Jew, it doesn't have to be one thing. Whatever that thing is, keep connecting, keep going deep, especially if you're going through this journey. What happens is your mind is looking for anchors, and that's what the gratitude journal, also the first point, is about. Anchor. You anchor to something. If you look at my daily journal from 2024, a lot of videos I would talk about some of the anchor points I had, and you'll laugh about it because that's the journey I walked. My anchor points were the sky, the blue sky, the tree, the Mother Earth, and they are still my anchor too. Guess what? No matter what happens in life, they can be your anchor, because wherever you go, whatever is going on in life, they stay constant, because everything else in life changes, right? So the trees, the Mother Earth, the sky, they stay same. We need something to hold us. So if you are not connecting with the religion or God, some people get angry at God after things like that happen. And some would say that, you can't get angry at God. It's something what you did, but I wouldn't say that. We need to live an observer's life. We can't say, those are judgment, criticism, blame. We can't blame, judge, or criticize ourselves either, because or else we will be in that shame and guilt in that phase. And you really know, my friends, I was in that phase for so long. And I didn't even know. I would get up from bed. Before getting up, I would wake up and I had this intense pain the intense emotional pain, because I couldn't locate that pain anywhere in my body. I remember asking somebody, I get emotional now because it doesn't bother me anymore, but that emotion, because God had to take me through that storm so that I could relate to the people I help now. Because yesterday when I was talking to the lady, she was like, she gave me a hug because she felt so connected. And I gave her a hug too, because first I wasn't sure if I should give her a hug because she is from a different country. And again, I won't share the details, but so, some different countries and cultures have different, I didn't know if, hug would be okay, welcome or not, but she did. And I also gave her a hug back, and I was trying to encourage her. Um, so I understand that pain when people go through, because and now looking back, I know that that's why God took me through those journey, so that, because when I can understand their pain, that's when I can help them the most. Everything coming full circle, right? This gratitude journal I was doing daily, every day. I still do now with everything going on. I don't do every day, but at the same time, I do have other formulas that I follow every single day to stay on course, because I have to keep my bucket full to help others. Um, because I can't pour from an empty cup. I can't pour from an empty bucket. So, but yeah, this is a very emotional, very exciting. I can't tell you guys how excited I am. At the same time, how emotional I am, because from that pain, I I was asking a person who knows this stuff, and she went through divorce a long time ago, and she was saying that is grief, because I didn't know what that pain was. I was like, I don't know what to do about that and how to get out of that. And she said, excuse me, she said, it is the grief that the life that you have planned, that is not going to happen. That is that grief. That was last year, 2024, March, end of February, March. I had that discussion with her. I remember, so not too long ago. Yeah, and there was a lot of learning, since I didn't have my job, and I think that helped me in some way. That whole year, I'm so sorry, this is like a little embarrassing, but that's okay. um, the whole year I learned so much. Some boot camp, therapy, counseling. um, I read a lot of books, and those books, and that had like workbooks. And there's a book called EMAP. It's called Emotionally Intelligent, Mindfulness, something, EMAP. If you are interested, look it up on Amazon. And it has a bunch of TED Talks, maybe 40, 50 TED Talks. And I'm a huge fan of TED Talk. I've been listening to TED Talk for years. And someday I want to do TED Talk. Anyway, that's a different story. Um, I So yeah, that book. So I listened to all of them, and it has a little bit of worksheet type of thing under that workbook, and all of them I did it. And it helped me so much. Even that had the seed of creating this gratitude journal. It had a question. I have done gratitude wall at my workplace, 100 people team, back in 2018, 2019. And that was also one of the happiest moments I was in. And I didn't know how much gratitude meant to me. And in that book, there was one question that, if you can go back to your early life when you're 5, 6 years old, what would you tell that version? And it said, like, think, really think, and answer that question. And you can answer only one thing. And I wrote that I will tell myself to be more grateful. I wrote that, but I didn't really know the deeper meaning, why I wrote that. And it surprised me a little bit, because in India, when we grew up, that is the time. My dad died in stroke when he was 6 years old. I was 6 years old. What am I saying? I'm so tired today. I was 6 years old. My dad died. He had a stroke, sudden stroke. He went to the hospital for 17 days. He died. He never came back. In India, we grew up middle class. Here, in US standard, it would be poor. We were 6 kids, and my mom. I was the youngest. We never had to worry about food. But, life was so different. This life feels like another life. And I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. So then in that section, it was written that what I wrote is supposed to be my unique gift. Supposed to be my unique gift to share with the world. And I'm like, how do I share gratitude with the world? And that was last year around this time. Actually, it was like June, July. So yeah, last year, June, July, so about a year. So after I did that exercise, I was like, how do I share gratitude with the world? I know that, okay, I did that at some workplaces. I implemented the gratitude wall for my 100 people team, and in the company, it was 400-500 people company, and they liked the idea and they wanted to implement in other parts of the organization. So I went and talked to other leaders in the different departments for them to implement it. So I'm like, okay, I did that. And at that time, I used to go for therapy, and I shared this with the therapist, like, I did this exercise and I really want to share it with the world, but I don't know how. And I remember even discussing that with some of my close friends. I had this and I want to share. I don't really know how. And in that path, I Googled it, ChatGPT did, like, okay, how to share it with the world. And then it came up with suggestion how you can do gratitude practice with your family, which I have done throughout the pandemic. That kept us sane. And my 4-year-old, at that time, she was 4 or 5 years old, and she would say gratitude, like, oh, I'm so grateful that we went for a walk as a family. I'm so grateful for the food. This little kid. But I still didn't know how to share it with the world. So I kept thinking. And, there's thousands of gratitude journals on Amazon, probably. I'm like, what will I bring to that is different, that is unique? And I started thinking about simplicity, about anchoring. What is easier? When I was going through the journey, I didn't want to watch TV. I didn't even like watching my favorite shows. Sorry about like my crying. I'm like so emotional, so excited. I don't know how to, and then I'm exhausted and tired. This is like real journaling. This turned into a real journaling, today's gratitude video. But people who are coming here for a long time, you guys know me. Some of those early videos are like long videos and me randomly talking. And today I'm like probably back to that zone. It's, you know, I talk about in the meetup group, you have seen that you are not broken, you are becoming. That is what I posted today too with this gratitude journal, because this is part of my becoming and I'm still becoming. It's not done yet. I just didn't know a year ago that this is what I'll come with. So anyway, so I need to go get a tissue, I think. Sorry, I'll be back. Sorry about that, guys, and I'm not gonna edit it. I know if I'm gonna be losing viewers, that's okay. This channel is not about, you know, this channel is not about hook. This channel is not about keeping your attention just because I want the hours or something on YouTube. It is because I want to help people, the people who need real help. And it is by being authentic, being real. Like I was telling you guys today, I was so tired, I didn't even think of doing the rocks. I was thinking I will just upload a video to let you guys know. And then when the gratitude journal came in, I became so excited, so emotional. I can't tell you. I'm still looking at it. It feels so unreal. Feels so unreal. I don't know why I'm so excited or why I'm so emotional. You know, when that happened, I read so many books. If you saw the early videos from library, I bought a bunch of books. I used to go to Barnes and Nobles like 3 days a week, um, read books, and I still read, probably not to that extent. And because I was looking for my anchor, other than sky, the tree, and Mother Earth. And and I was just thinking that, like, you know, a book is too long for somebody to read. Like when I couldn't watch the TV shows, the ones that even I liked before, I was like, okay, a book is too long for somebody to read and feel healed. A chapter is also too long sometimes. A sentence could be even longer. What is the easiest? A word. These two words, if you see, speak. The word of the day is speak. The word of the day here is surrender. The journey I went through last year, you know, I talked for 20 minutes, an hour sometime, but behind the scene, remaining hours, there was so much I did. These rocks I bought last year. In the evening, my daughter and I used to play with these rocks. You would make shapes. We have like 40 or something rocks. So sorry about that. I just want to keep it real. So if you are going through this journey, please know. If you see the other day's video, you will know where I am now. But today I'm just too emotional for this. Your life can be beautiful too, trust me. Because I don't live in this zone anymore. Today is just different. I have seen people, too many people suffering for years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. You don't have to. You don't have to. Life is short. Find your formula. You don't have to come to me. Whatever works for you, don't stay here. Stay here.
Don't be fearful. Don't be fearful. Fear doesn't exist. This is imaginary. This is imaginary. In between is the present moment. We don't stay in the present. And mindfulness can teach us that. Prayer can teach us that. But most people live here. Once you have a formula, you will be living here more. That's what I mostly talk about in the channel now. Being joyful, you know, really living life. And this is just the beginning, my friends. This is just the beginning. This is something tangible because I've been doing this for so long. Now, having it in my hands, you guys might be thinking I'm crazy. I keep picking it up. I had no idea I'll get this emotional. I had no idea that I'll have this video this long. How long is it? 35 minutes? My God. Oh, I don't know. Someday when I want to look back into this video, it's so crazy. Oh, anyway, so I'm gonna finish with this. I promise the next video will be under 10 minutes and we'll just stick to 3 words. Um, because this went sideways with my gratitude journal coming up. Oh my God. It's like my baby. Okay, so the first word was blessings. So blessed, so grateful. Faith. In my faith journey, also so grateful for so many people. And one thing you to know, at least it worked for me that way. For you, it could be different. At different season, you will have different people who would guide you. And some people may resonate with you at some point and they may not. Because what happens is sometimes we outgrow them or sometimes they outgrow us. And then as we keep learning and growing, the thinking doesn't completely match. And at one point you may really connect with the similar thought, another point you may not. And that's why I just want to share with the faith because later in the year, I'm hoping to release a series, Sunday Self Care. So, there I'm going to share my take on what I am learning from Christianity, from Bible study, because different people have different um, take on things. And for me, the way I look at things are, 8 billion of us have walked 8 billion unique paths. No one path can be similar, and I have seen too many people struggle in that with that because people say that you have to go in, excuse me, you have to go only to this left, this left and northwest. You can go northeast, you can go southeast. You have to go to northeast to get to this point, right? And that is what is deterring a lot of people from Christianity. And it's sad because it is, if you, it is so simple to connect with God uh, when you are authentic with yourself. And what I mean by that is a lot of people will tell you how to do what to do. And because either you won't know how to draw a boundary or you won't know how to say what's in your heart or you're afraid that you are going to hurt them, so you end up hurting yourself. And that is, and you keep doing the things, either it's ritual, either it's going in that northeast versus, even though you might want to go southeast, path might be longer, but that is what resonates with you. That is what I'm talking about, being authentic, following your own path. Because if you are at 40 some years, you lived life. You are not a kid, right? You know how things feel, what brings you joy, what brings you emotion that doesn't settle with you. So, anyway, so we're not going to do too much talking about that. And the final one is strength. You need strength. And the one word concept also comes from the anchoring. If you were to, if I can give you a visual picture, the movie Titanic, after the cruise ship had that accident, it hit that what is that? The iceberg. I'm so tired today. Iceberg, and uh, the whole cruise ship was kind of all over the place. People are dying. And this actress, Kate Winslet, was it? I think she was laying on a wooden board, right? so that she doesn't die. And sometime with divorce or job loss, sometimes people may have had other experiences where you might be in this situation. You might feel like you are drowning and you want to hold on to something, right? So that's what I thought of, like, when I created this, like, what could be the simplest, easiest anchor? So each day you could have this word is enough, this word is rise. So if not anything, you can have that simple one word, and then it becomes a habit. After 15 days, you will feel a little shift. The first one is anchor, the second one is I'm so tired, I can't remember even what I wrote. Unfolding. The second one is unfolding. Third is letting go. Fourth is rebuilding. Fifth is awakening. And then becoming. Anchoring, unfolding, letting go, rebuilding, awakening, and becoming. Six. Each phase is 15 days, and it slowly takes you in that emotional journey where you would get to joy, peace, love. And those emotions are right next to enlightenment. So when you see that in some videos, when I talk about I'm like enjoying my coffee and like reading books, and I remember a few months ago I was like making a video at Starbucks. I'm sitting down, I'm gonna drink my cappuccino. I love that cappuccino, and and cheese Danish. That's my favorite. Cappuccino and cheese Danish at Starbucks. So with that, I was reading some books, and that was heaven for me. That was heaven. And that comes from, practicing the joyfulness, you know. So, anyway, my friends, thank you for sticking with me if you did, and for all the support. I am so grateful. It's beyond words. I knew that I would continue this path, but I don't really know if I will get to this path so quickly if I didn't have your support. So, your support means a lot. Every support, your comment, you coming and watching, you sharing. Since I started this channel, I have not used any ads or anything. People are just sharing every single week. People are sharing this channel, and I hope, and it is really helping other people. And I have comments from you guys, which I collected some and put it on the website so that people know that you are getting help, so that other people also try to unlock their potential, because we all have this potential that is buried under things, and sometimes everything has to fall apart for that to, the ground needs to break for that to come out. you know um, so grateful, so grateful. All the posts where you like, comment, share, subscribe, all of this helps this journey. And like I said, I'm only becoming. There's the meetup group we have seen. There's, if you're in person here in Northern Virginia, there's meetup events for people going through this journey. And I kept the group small on purpose, the events, so that only the people in this situation, they show up together, because the mindset is very different for people going through this journey versus somebody who is living a normal life. um, I know, because when I was hearing advice how I need to live my life after divorce from people who were married for 30 years, 40 years, beyond, I knew that that's not the right advice you want to hear when you are in that phase. And those are part of that, like why these groups are small. And there is a minimum fee so that all of the planning and everything can be covered, and also so that the people who are really serious, they show up. And sometimes with the free groups, what happens is a lot of people show up, and people are not really connected in the same mindset. And sometimes with the free, what also happens is 25 people might sign up and only 2 people might show up. So the planning would get really difficult if you're doing a restaurant dinner or something. So the planning gets difficult if you book for 25 people, only 2 people show up, things like that. So that's how they're designed that way. I know for some people, you might think like, why there's a charge on the meetup.
groups so that it's intentional, it is focused, and the discussion are also focused towards the growth and healing and reinvention, turning your pain into power. Those are the things we will be talking about. And of course, other fun stuff. When you meet me, sorry about that. Today I'm like messed up. Uh, so if you know me, if you know me in person, you'll see I'm a little crazy in a fun way. My friends like that crazy part of me. Sometimes we laugh like crazy, some of my friends and I. So anyway, so that's the meetup, and yeah, and this YouTube. So today's the gratitude, and then we also the weekly series. We have Monday mindfulness. It just started on the 1 year anniversary, this Memorial Day. So every Monday, and we have some twist about that to keep it interesting because regular mindfulness practice can get a little boring. So we have some interesting ideas coming with that, and I think you guys will like it. We'll keep it short, under 4 minutes, so that it works like a Monday reset. And on Wednesdays, when I would share, and the series is there where I share the deep wisdom and things like that, it stays very focused. I don't ramble like this. Today is very different. It's emotional. When a gratitude thing turned into like, I don't know what all, just real talk. It turned into a real talk. I'm like so grateful for all these people who helped me, especially last year. I'm like, I wish, I definitely would help them in any way I can, and I do help them. I go out of my way to help them because those people saved my life. Because my family is in India. So, some of the handful of friends who supported me so closely, it's beyond imagination. So, anyway, my friends, enjoy your journey. Keep going in the beginning, even though it may not seem like enjoying, but it gets better. Trust me. So, with that, take care. Bye.